Hi everyone, it's Kim here with Card Creations by Kim.blogspot.com, and this is the third card that I've made for the silent auction basket for the animal rescue. And this one I kind of struggled with, but all in all it ended up being okay. Now I don't know if you can tell that I put some stickles on there, so let's make the card and we'll go from there. Stickles takes a while to dry, so it's kind of tricky. Alright, so I'm using a 5.5 by 4 card base, and it's just basic white cardstock, nothing fancy. And I'm going to put a Coordinations textured blue cardstock that is the same size of the card. And I'm doing this because the next layer is actually scrapbook paper, so it's not a cardstock, and it's very thin, but going through my paper, I was looking for something that looked like it had bubbles on it, and this was the only thing I could find, so we're going to work with it that way. Just checking to make sure I've got that on even. Okay, and then we're going to do this. Again, it's, you know, I probably got it from a paper pack, but I don't, got some stickles on it. I've had some of this paper I've had for so long, I couldn't tell you where I got it from. Alright, so not too much glue with it being the paper, because then the glue kind of goes through and doesn't look right, so. Alright, so we got our base on. Now we're going to put together, let's go ahead and put together the words. The words I cut out at 1.5 inches. And, oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm using Create a Critter, surprise, and I'm doing this guy. Now, just to back up a little bit here when I'm explaining about this. I cut this out 2.5 inches. The Ahoy I cut out 1.5 inches. I cut this out at 2.5 inches and this out 2.5, and then in order to get the hat and the telescope you have to cut this out, but so you end up having an extra octopus body. Am I completely confusing you? Because this is the one you actually want to use, because it has the little telescope thing and then a thing for his hat. So I don't know, you could probably figure out something for that, huh? That's the base of it, the shadow. And I actually cut, did I cut this out twice? No, but I did want to mention at 2.5 that did not cut out right. It cut out the skull, but the squigglies, as you can see, at 2.5 there didn't turn out right. So that's why I ended up doing the white with the stickles. Okay, so let's go back and put our word together. Okay, and I'm going to use my white gel pen and then just do a little bit, 1, 2, 3, right there. Okay, so he can dry. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and put the octopus together. Get his eye out there. Alright, blue on the back. This little guy is so cute. I think it'd be cute if you had a child who had a room that was, you know, under the sea. Oops, wrong way. Under the sea. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Theme. You can make octopus and seahorse and all kinds of stuff and decorate the room like that. Okay, so that's that. Now let's go ahead and design his hat. Now what I did with this was I went ahead and I put the white on, And then I took some stickles, and it's crystal color. Shake it up a little bit. You know what? Let's go ahead and put our skull on so that we're not trying to mess with that while the stickles are drying. He goes right there. Okay. I like stickles. I think it really makes your cards and your layouts pretty, but sometimes I'm not patient in waiting for it to dry, and I start moving things around, or I forget that it's not dry and I put something on top of it, and then I get all upset. Okay, see, this, I don't quite have the coordination down to get it to come out all even, but I think for this it'll be okay. So we're going to let that dry without touching it. Okay, and now I have this little telescope. Now, I cut this wave out from Life's a Beach, grabbing the book here. That's it here. Now, I made a note to myself. I put 1 inch equals 1 inch width by 4 long. So if you just have your cartridge, stick it in there and ask it to cut, you know, have it cut 1 inch and it'll be exactly what you need for the size of a card. But I went ahead and I took this white sparkly paper like this, and there's my scissors, cut out a little square, and glued my telescope on the square. Just did a couple of little extra things here, because as you can see, if you put that directly on here, you can't see it. So I backed it up and I just kind of shadowed it with some sparkly paper, and then it doesn't blend in with the black paper of the octopus. A little bit more. Maybe cut this in here too. Okay, I like it. And let's glue it on. Like so. Now, just to give it a little extra, I went ahead and took my gel pen and put some white dots on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and attempt to put our pirate hat on. And I'm just going to use some basic pop dots. And I'll put one here. Really, these are from Recollections. That one there. And that one there, and then we'll put one down. Not sure about that. Okay, so I'm going to grab this with my tweezers because I don't want to touch it, knowing me, and put that hat on. And I'm popping it up just to give a little bit of dimension. Okay, very good. All right, let's go ahead and put our rest of our card together, and then we're going to finish our little bit of detail. I was thinking about popping this up, but I decided just to put it flat down. Carefully move that. Put that on later. I'll put that right on the top there. All right, now then we're going to put our little seaweed, I'll call it. Right down here in a little bit of an angle. And then we can do our octopus. Again, being super careful because you've got your stickles still drying. Alright, and I'm going to do one more. Notice how I keep being super careful that I don't touch the stickles. Alright. And we're going to put him right there. And let's grab our waves. Now, I'm going to go ahead and trim off, just a tiny bit, because I want it to only go on the blue dotted paper. I don't want it to go clear across the card, which was actually cut at 3 3/4. So we'll put our wave down like that. Now, I went ahead and put white dots all along here, which I'm not going to do the entire thing on the video, but I will show you how I did it all along here. And then I'll go back and finish that. I just did random stickles. I'm going to pull this in a little bit. Just picking here and there the little white, putting it on the little white. I'm calling them bubbles because when I saw this, it just reminded me of bubbles. Just give it a little bit more character. How about one up here? And maybe one here and one here. Okay, one more here. All right, so that is my third card, which is the pirate card, and he's saying hello. I think that's it for now. Again, just let your stickles dry and you'll be set to go. Okay, all right, thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.